Welcome to NHL Nightly with your host, Jeremiah Maxwell, a.k.a. the Sports Beard. Along with Pearlo Wisdom, the NHL handicapper extraordinaire. And Rico Inberry, goal-scoring prop dynamo. And featuring the degenerate gambler, Bostonian Mike.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to NHL Nightly. 15 in the chat already. Welcome. We got another day of NHL action. Crazy NHL action going on right now. 11 games on the slate, 2 of which I know I had. I called Pittsburgh to beat the Vegas Golden Knights, and I said, watch Boston beat Florida. With all that Ekblad news and all that other stuff. And what did we get? Boston wins 3-2 in rag. Devils, I was on the Jackets. That one we got wrong. I think most of us were on the Jackets. Who was on the Devils?
I don't know, but I know Boston was like plus $1 million to come back in that game. It was 1-0 Florida in a snooze fest. I think the over-under halfway through was like 2.5. I'm like, that was unbelievable. Yeah. It was in the third period.
By the way, Dylan Strome for the Caps.
And Lowrider tied it up.
What's Strome for the – oh, Strome scored? Okay.
Yeah, Dylan Strome just scored.
Oh, Dylan Strome. You know what? I was going to take a Dylan Strome goal prop because maybe want to show his brother up in Anaheim.
Yeah. Well, actually, real nice, nasty backhand goal, beating Dostal. Really nice goal from Dylan Strome, quite frankly. Pretty darn good feed from Tom Wilson, too. Nothing he could do there. Always odd. Winnipeg, looks like Winnipeg's up 3-1 on the Rangers. I actually kind of thought the Rangers would win this game. I kind of just expected it from them. So Colorado down 1-0. That's live. Blue Jackets lose 5-3. Senators convincing win. That game was close though until the third. That game was close. Really impressive I was really impressed with the game that, the Flyers are bringing. They offloaded people in there. They're moving, so that's good stuff. And the only other games that our friend Avi let us know looked like Nick Suzuki lit one up right away. His 20th. By the way, Carolina, who I think I was on because I did not like Tampa's game. Glad I stuck with Carolina. I know somebody was big on Tampa on this show. Pearlo, what was that about?
Well, I just thought after that Bruins loss, they would come out flying, but yeah, didn't get it. I did have hitting everything well today, but that one wasn't good. I also had Columbus too.
Yeah, Columbus.
Thing with Carolina is they just loaded up that third line with Martinook, Jordan Stahl, and Jarvis to just shut down the Tampa top line. You didn't have a Hedman in there tonight. I mean, when Hedman's out of the lineup, that defense looks very thin as far as puck movers go. They'll keep it out of their net like Chernak and Radish and what's his name there from the Rangers that they got back after. Who's the other defenseman, Pearlo, in Tampa? Tampa's defenseman, McDonough. Yeah, so like those guys will keep the puck out of your net, but they just have a hard time moving it. With Hedman not there, that's a different team.
So real quick on that game, I didn't want to move off of it, but a little statistic. Jack Roslovic got his 20th goal of the year and his 100th career goal. And he would not even play in the NHL if it wasn't for Doug McLean helping get the Blue Jackets started there in Columbus. He was one of the first kids that went through their youth program there that Doug helped create. So isn't that crazy?
He's got a Rolex.
Well, and the Rolex stuff, we could talk about that too. He got his number back. He gave up 96 for Rantanen, and then got a Rolex for it.
And got his number back after 13
number back. Everybody said he won the trade deadline better than anything. Yeah, I got to tell you, Avi, I said wait 2 to 3 games. The Avs made so many drastic changes, man. It's probably going to take the rest of the season for them to kind of find their game. And honestly, this is a game Minnesota needs to win because they're on danger of like falling out of the playoff race if they're not careful. Like
it's not just that. They also didn't get in till 6 o'clock in the morning last night.
Oh, you're talking about Colorado?
Yeah, they didn't get in till 6 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah, I mean, they have 23 shots on goal. Every time I've looked up, they possessed the puck. They've looked like Colorado. I'm just saying, like, when you add that many new players, it's just going to take a little bit of time.
And also, like Pearlo said, you got Charlie Coyle, you got Nelson, and they're going from their home teams, flying to Colorado, playing in altitude, then flying right to Minnesota after. You got all these new guys on Colorado that aren't used to playing in there, and they have to basically take the next flight over to Colorado and play that game or two there.
Terrible spot.
Anaheim just tied it.
Anaheim scored. Yeah. Who was that?
Jacob Trouba.
Jacob Trouba. Good.
Yeah, Trouba beats Logan Thompson.
Troops.
By the way, his first goal of the season. Great.
Yeah. So I said good for Troops. Gets his goal.
It was
Suzuki
Anaheim first period here. I think Pearlo has Anaheim
first period.
It
was a fluky play. I'm not
Anaheim first period,
Yeah,
Suzuki gets the first goal, and all I need is one more shot for the rest of the game. I got 2 units.
Oh, they took that goal away from Winnipeg, so that must have been offsides. It's 2-1 Jets.
Yeah.
So the Rangers still have 15 minutes to get back into this game and get a point out of it, which they desperately have to do, or they're done. Like, they got to keep winning. So, yep, still, we were talking about how horrible Vancouver is to watch, and I completely just forgot that Quinn Hughes hasn't been playing for them because they have just been not fun. That's a huge loss for that team. I honestly, if he plays the whole season and the way he was playing, I think he wins the Hart Trophy this year. Like the way that it was going, I think he had a real good shot. And the Canadian markets get a boost. I know the last defenseman to win was Pronger in St. Louis, but I think we're gonna
Ducks score again.
Damn. Don't
take a Hedman out of Tampa, and what does it do to that team too? I mean, there's another guy that's just as important to his team as Quinn Hughes is, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I definitely would argue that. I didn't know. I didn't have no idea if Hedman wasn't playing. I still like the Hurricanes. I think the Hurricanes are going to gel, and I think they could go on to conference final. I mean, I really do. I know a lot of people think that team is good enough to go far. They're deep. They got 4 lines they can roll. They just goaltending is the biggest question, but I think Kochetkov, if he's healthy, he can get it done in the playoffs. So I wouldn't be concerned at all. If I'm a Carolina fan, I'm like, yeah, I mean, essentially they got Logan Stankoven and 2 first-round picks and 2 third-round picks for Marty Necas and Jack Drury. You just don't count the time that Mikko Rantanen was on their team for 13 games. Now, yeah, if you look at it like you got those, is it enough for Mikko to get Stankoven? But you're never going to win that trade when you're trading a superstar. Colorado probably didn't get equal talent back, but they are a deeper team because of it, and they'll benefit from it, I think. And we've been saying, but again, they got to get their goal scoring going. The other thing is give Gustafsson credit. He has been unbelievable, definitely, with the injuries that they've had there. So, and I saw Avi said, hold on. Avi said something about Sharks winning tonight plus 130. I told you.
Don't do that, man. I'm all over Nashville tonight. Don't say Sharks.
Well, the Sharks are plus 140. Well, that's just his pick. It's okay.
I know.
I know, but no.
I'm just thinking, Abby, do you have any inside info here? All over Nashville.
They just lost 2 of their top 6 defensemen again. They got nobody on defense. It's bad.
50 in the chat, and shout out Dwayne Ely, my friend D. Ely, Carolina Hurricanes fan from the Morning Cup, listening on X. I love it. Nobody ever comments is on X, so we appreciate it. We just usually have Avi and Darkness in our degenerates, but I love it. So Avi doesn't agree with you, Rico. He says, nah, Preds losing, Sharks are cozy at home. I don't know. It's a toss-up. Yeah, I think I actually like the Preds in that game. I was just reading what you were saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I didn't have any like main topic, but I did the title of the show is, are the Winnipeg Jets and Washington Capitals being disrespected? No, I did the Rodney Dangerfield in the middle. I get no respect.
Yeah.
So are we not respecting them? Like, no, like where they are in odds and stuff. I just don't get it. Like, I mean, Winnipeg is good. Colorado and Dallas are probably going to play each other in the first round. Whoever gets out of that one's going to be destroyed because it's going to be like a Stanley Cup final in the first round. At least both those teams are good enough to win a Stanley Cup. Agreed? Dallas, Colorado. If we said they won the Stanley Cup, who would be surprised here? Like, no, right? So that's a horrible first round matchup for the NHL too. This is when they work. D Lee says, Canes fans will forget Mikko, lost all respect. The way he played those last 3 games were disgraceful, unprofessional, and honestly unethical. Yeah, D Lee, I know he didn't fit in well there. I don't know if he was sandbagging it. I would be a little bit surprised. I just think it was such a shock. It kind of messed him up, probably messed with his head a little bit. He looked really good with Dallas. What's up, Greg? I see Greg on Instagram. I was just going to say, though, I think that if you watch him play, it just felt like it was a bad fit. You know, I think that was just a bad fit. But I understand, Dwayne, you're allowed to be upset as a Carolina Hurricanes fan. But if I'm a Hurricanes fan, you've never traded any of your top tier talent to get Gensel. You didn't trade. You have a deep prospect pool. You're going to have a ton of cap space, and a lot of players do actually want to play I would want to play with Rod Brindamore. I like how they play. I think it's fun and exciting. They get a lot of shots on goal. The fans are good too. So yeah, I don't know, man. I just think a lot of people didn't realize Rantanen's probably not the best two-way player in the league. And you pretty much need to be like, if you look on NHL 25, I don't think any one of those players are on the Carolina roster or not two-way forwards, TWF. Yeah, Dwayne, that's the way you got to look at it. You got a great fan base. People love it there. Hell, I think you got some of the best fans in the NHL. Yeah, I mean, of course I miss Hartford because I'm nostalgic and old enough to remember like Brass Bonanza and stuff. But and also I think it would be awesome to have another team in the Northeast, Mike. Look at all the hockey games you drive to. You probably could get into Whalers games cheaper than Bruins games.
Oh, easy. I mean, I've been to a Hartford Wolfpack game. The same. It's still at the Whale.
Yeah, and that's So originally they played the Mall for a while too. So.
That mall is gone, to my knowledge.
How to get your NHL franchise relocated? Play in a fucking mall.
I was told it was a nice mall.
Montreal scored again.
In a mall. I mean,
it was
like Edmonton. Edmonton. Anyway, shout out the Whale. Oh, Slafkowski scored. Obby's we were on halves. I think this show was all over halves. By the way, 50 in the chat.
I had Slafkowski over shots too.
Colorado scored Kiviranta plus 800.
Oh, did you have a goal scoring prop for Kiviranta?
I put him in tonight. Yeah.
Oh, but that wasn't one of the ones you gave our guys. Well, it's okay. It's okay. That happens. But we got to do the Rico hit a goal scoring.
You posted something for 850. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was listed as Gerard at first. Now it's got switched to Kiviranta. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, fucking awesome, Rico. Hit a goal scoring prop. Love it.
No, I need a Duclair goal prop in the late game for the one that I posted.
Hey, I appreciate it, Dealey. I know it's not for everybody on the East Coast, but this is about as early as I'd like to do it because there's still a lot of games on. So, and it's light out in Alaska now till 8:00, man. So I'm all about it. So. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and if you're watching us live, TikTok, Twitch, X, Instagram, we got people on Instagram, we got people on Twitch. We got our one Twitch person all the time. And I'm working on TikTok. I got the subscribers, so I think I'm good. I just gotta be able to figure it out. So we'll figure it out. I should be able to do this where you guys are on there. So that'd be cool. I think TikTok, I get a lot of responses on TikTok. People seem to be on that app actually using it. So And the algorithm really gets you to people that like hockey and stuff. I mostly just follow hockey stuff and funny stuff. So, I wanted to get all your opinions on we got some great games going here down the wire here with Rangers and Avalanche and Wild. Man, Wild only had 3 minutes left. Just your guys' thoughts on are the Capitals and the Winnipeg Jets being disrespected?
I'm not disrespecting any of them. Me and Pearlo were talking about the Caps earlier, and we just thought Anaheim first period here, because if you look at Washington's schedule, they've been at home forever, and they haven't been to a sunny destination since December 13th. I went through it with Pearlo earlier. I'm like, when's the last time awesome. Washington's actually been out of the winter months? December 16th, they've been in Dallas. And that was the last time they've even been to either South Florida, St. Louis, like any type of Midwest place, any type of West Coast place. Like Washington's been stuck around home and within their division in the eastern armpit of the winter months. So we just thought that Anaheim might surprise them a little bit, but Washington maybe.
I don't disagree at all. I watched this Anaheim team a week ago, go into Edmonton and work Edmonton. They looked like the best team on the ice without question, and they won 8-2 or 6-2. They beat the pants off Edmonton in Edmonton. I was like, people are calling them a cupcake. They're not that far out of a playoff spot.
They're going to be a playoff
63 points. They got a bad start to the year. They're well out. They're like 7 points. I think.
I know, but like they're not completely mathematically eliminated, Rico. So right now they're at 63 points. I know that's a lot, but stranger things have happened, man. Utah didn't pick up that point against the Leafs yesterday that they needed. The Blues have,
they play Anaheim next. So if Anaheim beats Washington in this game and then they go into Utah and win the next game, then
start getting worried. Yeah, because look, I mean, I know they're 5-4-1 in their last 10, but the games I've seen them play well, they've looked well. Now the Caps have seemingly down in every game this year. I love their resilience. I think they've played a lot of like playoff team type games because a lot of games have been close and they've been down and they've had to fight back into games. So I'm not worried about being down a goal. Plus, I just want Ovi to score like a hat trick so we get this over. And I'd like to see him beat it. I'd like to see him beat it in March before Gretzky games, before he passes the games played. So you do it in less games as Gretzky. And, he had seasons that he lost because of shit he couldn't control. And it's frustrating he broke his leg this year because I think he'd already have broken the record, to be honest with you. I think he'd have had at least 8 goals, which would put him at 40. I guess he'd be right there. He'd be almost breaking the record. I
think. Sorry, go ahead, Pearlo.
I think people disrespect Winnipeg for 2 reasons. They're in Winnipeg. And people don't even know I'm here. Like, I'm living in the United States now. If I said, hey, how do you have you ever, did you ever go to Winnipeg? They'd be like, yeah, what country's that in? Like, that's one of the reasons why they're not respected. Secondly, they no matter how good they've been, they haven't been able to do it in the playoffs. So people just don't believe. Okay, tell me all you want in the regular season, but
they haven't made a conference final since 2018.
So I think that's the second reason. And then with Washington, I think people are always thinking the wheels are going to fall off this team. That's just what, for whatever reason, they don't have. Besides Ovi, Ovi takes a lot of the spotlight on that team. And I think people they don't really have any big names besides him, right? So people just assume they're doing it with smoke and mirrors when actually it's just a killer strong team.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see him add maybe a third line center, a Scott Lawton type guy. I mean, again, who was out there? Kunin was a nice. I don't know. He's a great face-off guy. That's kind of what they need, really. But I feel like if they can control the play, they're a little bit better off. But
getting some speed in Beauvillier was a good move, though. I thought that was a good move.
Yeah, no, I love him being tenacious. Yeah, I don't know if second round pick a little much, but I've liked his game all year from Pittsburgh, and it was a nice ad. I know when he played for the Islanders, our friend Kim, Miles' girl, she was all over him. She loved him as a player. We really liked him. So, Mike, what do you got, man?
As fan, like talking to fans, everyone else, I don't think people are disrespecting the Caps. I think they're expecting them to make a big run. I don't have an answer for the odds makers, but I would say as gamblers, take advantage of it. For the Jets, Pearlo, you said it, they don't perform in the playoffs. And I am nervous for the Jets because they just have a habit of choking. And
I just wonder if it's this, guys. And let me ask you this, all of you. This question is all of you. If Hellebuck doesn't play perfect, do the Jets have a chance?
I think so. I just think he's overused and he's tired by the time the playoffs hit. But he could be 80% and the Jets could win.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and also they don't Winnipeg doesn't have the McDavid or somebody like that too. Like they don't have a big name there either. So that's another thing.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Rico?
I think it's just geographical for Winnipeg. No, not a big market, not a big TV market, not a lot of national TV games. Like when's last time the Jets played on TNT? Not a lot of exposure there. So, I mean, yeah, the thing with Washington is nobody had Washington in the media to make the playoffs, never mind be first in the East. So nobody's going to be throwing themselves out there and saying, I was wrong. They're just not going to talk about them because they never had them at the beginning of the year. And Washington's surprised a lot of people out there. So, I mean, good on them. They're shutting a lot of people up this year.
Yeah. I mean, as a fan, I want to see him win a cup. I mean, I feel like they have a good enough team at this point. I think if Ryan Leonard could come in and be a dynamic game changer for them come playoff time, just another weapon that people haven't had to deal with. Ovi's taken a lot of attention. Everybody's taken. I don't think people realize, it really pissed me off today. Justin Bourne just sits there and scoffs. Ovi has 17 assists. Ovi has 270,000 assists because they're double teaming him and he sauces the puck over and gets it to a guy who can score, or they're double teaming him and it opens up the ice for the other four guys on the ice. Like teams have been shading him the last 6-8 years and they can't stop him from scoring. It's not working clearly. I just don't think it's fair that people don't understand the impact he has on the ice. Yeah, I know he ain't a speed demon up the ice anymore. He's 39 years old, but dude, you can't tell me he's not a difference maker. He's on pace for 54 goals on this season if he didn't miss the games for the broken leg, and he's still looking at breaking the record. Like, it's ridiculous, man. I'm not worried. I feel like they came out really good at the beginning of this game, looked real good. Anaheim got a good counterpunch. I expect that from this Greg Cronin. They play hard. They play two ways. They're not going to give you anything easy, but they're a little thin on talent. I think the Caps can come back in a game like this. Need to get a goal.
We said Ducks early and then Caps come back. That's what we said.
Yeah, that's how it could go. Okay, what else? What else is on your docket, guys? I didn't have anything else. We could just jump right into the games and actually have a short night if you want, but I don't have anything else. I do want to watch some of these games. Rangers and Jets are 2-1, 5:41 left, and that's overtime here, Colorado, Minnesota. And what other games are live? There's a couple. I don't think we have a couple that are just getting ready to drop the puck, right? Sharks and Preds. That should be. Huh?
The Kings and Islanders just dropped.
Oh, yeah, Kings and Isles too. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, that's actually an important game for the Islanders if they're going to and it's, I think it's important for the Kings too. The Golden Knights lost today. The Kings, that Pacific Division is still very much up for the thing. I think it's up for grabs. What about this? Let me ask you this. Yeah, he wouldn't win the Rocket Darkness. I love that comment from you because Draisaitl's just having such a great year. Somebody on Edmonton has to. McDavid's having an okay year by his standards, so it's pretty. I don't know. I just kind of feel like they're going to explode in the playoffs now. I feel like they're on such an easy side of the bracket. If they end up matching up with the Kings, that's a good matchup for them. Now, if they have to play Vegas, I think that's a bad matchup for them. So if it's Vegas and Edmonton in the 2-3, I don't think that benefits the Oilers. I think if the Kings end up winning this division, that benefits them. They match up well against the Kings, also match up very well against the Golden Knights. So, but don't let the Kings get hot. Maybe they win the round against the Golden Knights in the first round, and then they beat, if Edmonton ends up winning the Pacific. But I think right now we're going to see Kings Oilers in the first round, it looks like. So, Avi, we know what you think. You don't have to say. I'm saying we'll just see. I wonder getting Kane, getting Frederick, just that if Colorado has to play Dallas in the first round, like that's a meat grinder. And Winnipeg's going to have the easiest, right? They're going to have the easiest first round probably of all the NHL, but they still are going to have to play like Calgary with Dustin Wolf or Vancouver. I'm guessing it's going to be Calgary, though. I just think Vancouver, it feels like they're not making it. The Blues could make it too, Darkness. The Blues could get in there. They're right there. The problem with the Blues is they've played 65 games already, where Vancouver and Calgary are both at 63, and they have, points over the Blues. So that's why I think the Blues are outside. And like I said,
No Blues. I got a bet on them to miss the playoffs from the beginning of the year.
Well, yeah, that's okay. But I'm just talking to Darkness in the chat. He's an actual Blues.
I'm just saying I don't want the Blues.
I got you. That's fair. Remember, this is just me talking, not putting anything out there. By the way, 60 in the chat. Appreciate you. We get so much on X. I appreciate the love we get on X. I think that's just all the time I spend on that app talking to people, and I try to be nice and usually don't get into any verbal. It's pretty chill. I have a pretty chill social media life. So, all right, well, let's jump into tomorrow's games then, boys. We got a whole 4 of them. Looks like we're going to
Brad Marchand is 24 points away from 1,000. I thought I saw that somewhere. So he'll be a rare club to hit 1,000 points, 1,000 games, and 1,000 penalty minutes.
Oh,
wow. Oh, nice.
Brad Marchand to be
The
looking
true Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
That's killer.
Yeah,
Love
24 points.
Love Marchand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Pearlo had a little where did you say Marchand might go next year if he doesn't stay where he is or sign back in Boston? What was your prediction, Pearlo? Marchand would go next year.
I think Montreal.
New Jersey.
Oh, that would be good.
Because New Jersey needs a guy to bring them into the war. Like they don't have anybody like that there.
Yeah. Well, they got Brendan Dillon. I mean, he's a scrap.
A little bit. Yeah. I don't.
He's got a
physically, but he doesn't do like.
They got guys there, Pearlo. They've been decimated by injuries this year.
I know that, but you have a guy there that yaps and he gets people going. I think they could.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but they signed Kovacevic to that extension, so I wonder if that would rule them out. But I wish Singsy was in the chat because he would really have an opinion on it. Or if Singsy, you're listen on X, which I hope you are. Let us know if you think Marchand's a good fit for your Devils. Who would want him? I'd take him on the Caps. I'd take him on the Caps tomorrow.
Yeah. Because you got Palat there. He's got cups. He's got playoff experience, but Palat's not the same type of guy that'll maybe just.
I think they could move Palat out.
And Hischier and then just, drag their guys into the fight.
Guys that drag you into the war, man. Pisses off the other team.
And it's cool. If Marchand has a place around Boston, New Jersey's not too far away.
Yeah.
We got news in the chat, boys. Darkness, our friend from St. Louis, turns 21 tomorrow.
Darkness can buy us liquor. Darkness can buy us liquor in the States.
So for you Canadians, you got to be 21 in America to buy booze. Doesn't make us any less stupid. Anyway, still a bunch of dumb idiots. Okay. You guys can drink when you're 18, but anyway. We'll see. Okay.
Hey,
Sabres, Red Wings.
April 10th. We'll be there.
Yeah. We'll see, buddy.
Shit. Capitals tie it up before the end of the first.
Did Ovi score?
Protest.
No. Oh, I got
There's a lot of time left. 146. And fuck you guys. Go Caps, baby. Go Caps. Yes, Darkness. Meet up with me and Mike when we're there at the Frozen Four. So, we'll hook you up, buddy. You don't want me taking you out on your 21st. Just ask my buddy Greg. I got him so drunk. And then I made him eat like a jalapeno pickle. So
it's the Savages 38th on that Thursday. So
dude, he's only 38.
Yeah.
You guys live it hard in the Northeast.
Minnesota wins in overtime.
Oh no, I already got a phone
shootout. In a shootout.
Shootout.
Yeah. We in a shootout, yeah. Yeah, Boldy just deked the shit out. They needed the extra point. Colorado's fine. So, yeah, they scored on their first two shots. So, Marty Nate is here. Yeah, Caps tried a 2:02 left in this Winnipeg, New York game. Who do you guys like in the Sabres-Red Wings game tomorrow? And we'll go through this as these games are one-winding.
Red Wings and over for me.
Man, I'm taking the Sabres. The Red Wings have been terrible.
I know. That's why this is a must win. If they lose this, count them out.
I think they're done after what happened to them against Columbus, and then I think they're done. I think they're the only team in like 4 years in a row to start Marches 0-6 when they were in a playoff spot or something. Like 4 years in a row, they've been in a playoff spot and they went 0-6 in March. And I heard that statistic today about the Red Wings. So yeah, I get that they're due for a win, but they're out of it, guys.
Yeah, Detroit's not there yet. I watch them play against Ottawa too. They're just not there yet.
I like getting Mrazek. We didn't talk about that. They did get Peter Mrazek, but they're done, boys.
They should have won that game against Ottawa. They outshot them. They out everything. They do that against
Ullmark played amazing.
Yeah, but Ullmark, that's why Ottawa got Ullmark. It worked out for him because hell, he's missed half the damn season for him.
But if they do that
Ottawa's
against Buffalo,
boys.
it's not going to be pretty. They're going to win.
Ottawa's making it. That's the problem. I like the teams ahead of Detroit. I don't hate Detroit.
Oh, they're not making the playoffs. No, I never thought they were.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Brady
about.
Kachuk is what, 27th tonight? The guy's like leading that team into the fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Cunningham's got a nice one tonight too.
Rico's on the wings. Pearlo's on the wings. Mike, are you touching this one?
We've never been right when all of us say take the same team. I
said Buffalo. So.
All right, great. Well, Buffalo's 9-18 on the road, and the Wings are 16-15 at home. So you can be the blue banana, and we're all going to win.
And Buffalo and the Wings can't kill a power play. And
Buffalo are going to go to Detroit thinking they're good because they beat Edmonton, and that's not the case. So. Yeah.
Well, they did beat Edmonton. 3-2.
Yeah, but they're going to think they're good because they beat a team that just drove five.
They've been winning games down. They're going to win games down the stretch here, Pearlo. Like they're going to totally dominate. They're going to play 800 hockey down the stretch here, and everybody's like, "Man, if Buffalo would have just had a better start."
Tomorrow.
We do this every year. They're
just
definitely
not tomorrow. That's all.
Caps took a penalty, so 30 seconds left. JVR is going off, or TVR, sorry. Oh my God, what a soft ass call. Okay, Canucks Flames. Plus 100 on. I got to go with the Flames here, boys. The Canucks are brutal.
Yep.
There's a reason they're road dogs. Like this would not have been the case last year. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's on. There's no way I'm touching the Canucks. Not a chance.
It's not good. Everything coming out of that, it's just awful already.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Anaheim scores on the power play before the period's over, and you guys get you hit your Anaheim.
That would be nice. We got him. 15 seconds left though.
No, I thought he had a pretty good one there.
At least they got the draw. Anyways, first period.
Okay, so everybody's on Calgary for that game tomorrow. By the way, the Sabres Red Wings is the Max game of the week, so that'll be on TNT Max True TV in the States. I don't know what that is for you guys in Canada, or if you watch the TNT broadcast. I don't know if you guys get those. I think you guys do. Ducks at Utah Hockey Club the Ducks are playing a back-to-back, but they travel tonight, 10 o'clock. I like Utah in that game, but Ducks are playing a great game tonight. Let's see. Maybe they're buzzing after beating the Capitals. So what do you guys like here? Plus 185 are the Ducks, by the way, which makes sense. I like Utah, though. especially because it's a back for like.
Yeah.
Pearlo's going to say the same thing I am. It's too juice to take Utah, so just take their team total.
Team total over 2.5 for Utah. Yeah, that's what I like.
Okay.
I can't take the back to back. I think it's a just avoid the game for me.
Hey, Andrew, what's up, buddy? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. Last game of the night, Canadians Kraken. Canadian are on a back-to-back too, which, by the way, got to check that score. What's that score at? Oh, still 2-0 Canadians first intermission. So, and Islanders Kings is underway. So that's good stuff.
We're starting. TJ, you
Dobes.
start.
Why don't
You're
you
probably
go?
not even touching that game, but you start.
I'm showing Dobes and Decord. Or Dubez. I don't
Okay,
know.
Dobus and Decord.
Yeah.
Joe Decord, yep.
I don't know.
You don't have to take it.
Yeah, I don't think I am.
Okay, sounds good. Pearlo.
I like Seattle. I don't like the price, so I'm going to go. I mean, it's just a tough spot for Montreal. Seattle money line, I guess. I'm not really a fan of that price, but that's too hard of a spot for Montreal. So.
Okay, yeah, Rico.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Pats are plus
Yeah.
120. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the Kraken. They've not taken.
I'll take like an under if you get a 6. I'll probably take an under in this game.
Yeah, I don't
Montreal
have
will be
no.
tired. Seattle can't score.
Yeah, sounds good. I like that too.
All right. Well, those are the 4 games on for tomorrow. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it a show? No? Peace.
Really.
Have a good one, everybody. Short show tonight. See you tomorrow, 10:10 Eastern. Appreciate you.